We're here with state employment economist Nick Beleiciks. Nick, the monthly employment numbers are in for Oregon, and it looks like the state lost jobs over the month.
Yeah, August was kind of a rough month for Oregon's labor market. The economy lost 9,500 jobs, according to preliminary estimates from the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics. That was unexpected, but the unemployment rate also increased to 4.1%. That was expected because we typically see an influx of people looking for jobs in the summer months. And the 4.1% unemployment rate that we're seeing right now is still very low by historic standards.
So, Oregon has seen job gains for most of the year. When was the last time we saw an over-the-month drop like this?
Well, it's really unusual to see this large of a over-the-month job loss. The last month of job losses was January, where we saw a loss of about 1,200 jobs. So this 9,500 job loss is really big, according to these preliminary estimates.
So were there any industries in particular that stood out over the past month in terms of job losses or job gains?
Interestingly enough, the industries that lost a lot of jobs in August had actually gained a lot of jobs in the prior couple of months. So, for instance, leisure and hospitality, which lost 3,600 jobs in August, had seen a couple months of record-breaking job growth before that in June and July. Government was another sector that lost 3,200 jobs, following gains over the last couple of months that equaled about the same. The other industries that lost a lot of jobs are wholesale trade, which is down 1,300, and financial activities, which is down 1,300. But a few months before, it also seen record-breaking job growth.
So why have we seen the change, that transition from a few months of job growth, and then all of a sudden we hit August, and these industries that were growing previously have now declined?
Yeah, the August's job losses were unusually steep following a couple months of job gains. But what this has done is really gotten Oregon's economy back onto the sort of more long-term sustained growth that we'd been seeing earlier in the year.
So we've seen, in August, jobs declined and the unemployment rate ticked up a bit. So what does this tell us about the economy in general and the health of Oregon's economy?
Well, overall, we're still seeing a lot of job growth in Oregon. If you look over the last 12 months, which is how we typically measure more long-term job growth, Oregon's job growth rate is at 2.4%. That's much faster than the U.S. rate of 1.4% for the last 12 months. And when we compare Oregon with other states as of their 12-month growth through July, Oregon was actually number one in terms of job growth rate through July.
So you mentioned that people are moving to Oregon or people are entering the labor force, and that's part of the reason that the unemployment rate ticked up over the past month. Can you comment more on any changes in the labor force in general?
Yeah, this is actually something that we've seen every summer since the end of the recession. A lot of people enter Oregon's job market in the summer months because they're moving to Oregon, or they are on break from school, or they finish school and they enter the labor market. It takes them a while to find jobs, so the unemployment rate ticks up. Now, these are seasonally adjusted numbers, so it takes some of that increase in the labor force in the summer into account, but these summer months have been much stronger than what we've typically seen in the terms of new job seekers, which is why the unemployment rate goes up. The important fact here is that we're not seeing a large number of layoffs contributing to this unemployment rate increase. There are a few high-profile layoffs in Oregon right now, but not enough to really drive these numbers. This has to do with people entering the labor force and taking a while before they could find a new job.
Excellent. Anything else you'd like to comment on?
Yeah, there's still in spite of the job losses in August, there's some industries that have really seen a lot of job growth. So construction, which has added 9,000 jobs over the last year. still growing at a rate of 9.9% over the last year. Transportation, warehousing, utilities also adding a lot of jobs. Healthcare and social assistance adding a lot of jobs over the last year. And even leisure and hospitality, which had the biggest job losses in August, when you look over the past 12 months, still has added 7,100 new jobs for a growth rate of 3.6%. So really strong job growth despite the bummer month in August.